What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be looking at 8 things that can cause fire outbreak in your solar system setup. Number 1 is poor wiring and use of undersized cables. When your solar system is poorly wired, most especially when you have loose connections, or when your cables is not properly cleaned, or when you expose the copper inside your cables to rain, which can cause arcing or overheating. And also when you use undersized cables for your installation, when you don't use the right size of cables that will be able to handle the amount of current and voltage that will be going through those cables, it will make those cables to heat up, most especially for solar panels that can generate high currents. Therefore, you need to make sure that you have a very tight connections in your solar system setup. Avoid rain from getting into the terminals of your cables. Make sure that your cables is properly cleaned to avoid arcing, and also avoid using undersized cables for your installation. Number 2 is use of substandard components. When you use cheap or counterfeit solar panels, inverters, charge controllers, batteries, fuses and so on for your installation, it can cause fire outbreak because most of those components are fake and have a very high chance of developing faults early, most especially for inverters. When you use cheap or modified sine wave inverters for your installation, it can heat up when you use reactive loads on it, because modified sine wave inverters cannot handle reactive loads. Make sure that you invest in good quality solar components to avoid premature breakdown or fire outbreak in your solar system setup. Number 3 is not using MC4 connector for your solar panel wiring. MC4 connector is one of the most neglected components of a solar system. It is used for connecting panels together, either in series or in parallel. Most installers usually join solar cables together without using MC4 connector. What happens is that the point of joining with time will begin to heat up due to resistance to the flow of current, which can cause fire outbreak. Therefore, make sure that you use MC4 connector for connecting your solar panel either in series or in parallel to ensure a very fixed and a waterproof connection. Number 4 is not using or use of undersized fuses, DC or AC circuit breakers, SPDs and other protective devices. Not using SPDs, fuses, AC and DC circuit breakers for your solar system installation is very unprofessional. These protective devices help to protect your solar components from harmonics, the voltage spikes, etc. Therefore, make sure that you have your SPDs, AC and DC circuit breakers, and other protective devices added to your solar system setup to protect your solar components from harm. And also, undersized circuit breakers, SPDs, fuses can cause fire outbreak in your solar system setup. Make sure that you use the right fuses, the right SPDs with the correct voltage and current rating for your installation to avoid fire outbreak. Number 5 is poor quality and improper battery setup. Your batteries can catch fire if overcharged or over-discharged without proper battery management system, if installed in a poorly ventilated environment, and when there is loose connection or cable short circuits in your batteries. Therefore, make sure that your battery connection is tight and avoid cable short circuiting. Make sure that your battery is installed in a well ventilated environment, and also avoid overcharging and over discharging of your batteries to avoid fire outbreak. Number 6 is lack of grounding. Grounding is one of the things that is overlooked in a solar system installation. Grounding is very essential to avoid electric shock or fire outbreak or even damage of your solar system components. Make sure that your solar system is properly grounded, beginning from the solar panel to the inverter to the charge controller, even batteries and other solar system components. Make sure that all these components is properly grounded to avoid fault currents from following unintended paths. Number 7 is overloading your system. Subjecting your solar energy setup to more loads beyond its capacity can cause fire outbreak to your solar power setup. most especially when you use heavy loads like motors, pumps and heating elements in your solar power system. Make sure that you don't overload your solar power system to avoid heating up the internal components of the inverter, which can cause fire outbreak. Number 8 is lack of ventilation. When you don't have enough ventilation or enough airflow where you install your solar power system, it can cause fire outbreak, most especially for the inverters. It can heat up the internal components of the inverter and can likely cause fire outbreak. Therefore, make sure that the space that you install your solar power system is well ventilated to make sure that the heat that is generated from the inverters or other system components has a place to escape from. If you find this video useful, do well to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on your notification button so you'll be notified when I release new videos. See you in the next video.